Is coming to Quincy. It's called the Mercantile Sweets and Goods. Construction is currently underway at the location at Prairie Crossing. The menu will feature a selection of different snacks and baked goods, as well as different types of coffee and Lotus drinks. Owner Heather Reisenhover has a special reason why she is choosing to open it at Prairie Crossing.
I actually was born and raised in Liberty. So I grew up there, graduated from there, and it's just really important to also think about the small towns and the communities that come into Quincy, and so just servicing them as well.
And she anticipates opening sometime in early April. An Eastern